It's amazing what you can learn on YouTube. The first thing you do is lay it down on its side, and actually the person I watched said that you lie it on its side, and I don't think that's correct, even though lying means to recline in a horizontal position, which this is in a horizontal position, but I don't think it is reclining because it's a pineapple. All right. Hello and welcome to the TPRQ Test Kitchens. I'm Jacques with yet another all too frequent edition of TPRQ and Jacques. I guess that's what we're calling it now. It changes about every episode. Today we're going to, since it's Easter on everything, and you'll see I have my Easter decorations up. Yeah. What we're going to do here now is when we, meaning me, we love to talk about ourselves in the third person. It's just the way we are. When we go over to the children's place to celebrate Easter, we are going to have a dinner, and I've been invited and volunteered to bring the fruit. And so we're going to help you prepare your Easter fruit bowl. Hey. So we've got our assorted fruits here. We've got your strawberries from California because they ripen before up here in Oregon, and they're usually bigger and plumper and juicier. Anyway, we have your honeydew and we have your cantaloupe. We're already married. And we have your piney apple. Now, pineapples can be tricky to cut. And so I'm going to walk you through that, all right? Now, the first thing you need to do is make the coffee. And lately I've been given to use the coffee cup. It's not a mug, this is a real coffee cup with the saucer. It makes me feel like Jerry Seinfeld and that restaurant that they always were at. They always had cups and saucers. Yeah, that too. And so it makes the coffee taste better when you can hear this. You feel artsy fartsy, and it doesn't cost any more to have this than a mug, but you feel like you've pretty much arrived. So the first thing you do, well, the second thing after the coffee is, with your piney apple, is you cut it. And that's tricky. And I'm going to show you how to do it. Even though I've almost never done it before, I'm going to learn you how to do it because I just got done watching a YouTube video on how to cut a pineapple. It's amazing what you can learn on YouTube. The first thing you do is lay it down on its side, and actually the person I watched said that you lie it on its side, and I don't think that's correct, even though lying means to recline in a horizontal position, which this is in a horizontal position, but I don't think it is reclining because it's a pineapple. All right, so I think it's lay it on its side. I think you would lay some books on the counter. You would lay a cantaloupe on the counter. You would lay the saucer on the counter. But if you were going to recline in a chair to watch your favorite video, probably me, you would lie. I'd be lying. I would be lying if I did that. I wouldn't be lying to you. I would be lying horizontal. You cut, all right? Can you get a close-up of this, Jack? You cut the crown off. This is what we call in the pineapple industry the crown, although I wouldn't know that for sure, but that's what I'm calling it. Okay, you cut it off, and you don't want to get, right there on the neck. Crowns have necks, I guess. You move it down about an inch or so, and you got to have a really sharp knife, which of course I do. This is the TPR Test Kitchens. Hey, by the way, if you want to sponsor me and provide my utensils, we can work something out. Okay, you take this crown and you set it aside. Okay, you just set it aside. You've cut off the top, swivel, and you do the exact same thing with the buttocks of your pineapple, although there's no crown on this end. Thank goodness. Can you imagine? A two-crowned pineapple. And you cut off that. You set this aside for later when we throw it in the garbage. All right, then you stand this back up. Now, the next step is you take your really sharp knife and carefully but firmly, with adequate thrust, cut it right down the middle. So you have two equidistant, somewhat equal halves, all right? I need some more. Dark roast, what did I tell you? Did you watch the video? Check the video. I think it's right up here right now. What do you know? Coffee. All right. Do watch that video. It tells you everything you need to know about good coffee. Now, the middle, the core, we call it the core. The core it goes right down the middle of your pineapple, and we just cut it in half. So that is pretty much the anus of Satan as far as eating pineapples go. And, oh, dang it. And so you don't want to eat that. It's really hard, and so you don't want to eat that. So what we do is we set it down. Actually, that's probably better than what I was going to do. We lie it down, and we cut in at an angle, okay? Like that and like that, because the object here is to get rid of Satan's anus, as I like to refer to it, because no good thing ever came of this. This goes directly in the trash. Okay, now, I'll do this one later, and maybe, we'll see. Okay, so now you have this. What do you do next? I think what you do is you cut it the rest of the way. Now you have a nice little thing, and what you want to do is you start on one end and you cut to the edge. You don't go all the way through is what I'm saying. Did you get that part? You don't go all the way through. You're going to cut them into slices, and you can actually go thicker than this. In fact, I think I might increase that just a tad. We'll have to edit that part out. Now, then what do? You cut it this way. Don't go all the way down. You just cut it that way. Okay. Now you have a little assortment of almost slices, but they aren't slices yet until you do this last step. Then you come in and you relieve the fruit of its container. You could do it where you don't cut it so the things come out. You could leave it in a little boat there. But since we're combining all of this into a fruit bowl, an Easter fruit bowl, we are going to relieve the fruit of its entire shell. And there you have wonderful little I made a really good pineapple. All right, now the next thing you need to do is containerize it. Now, when we go over to the children's house, they're clean actually. I told my hostess, my daughter-in-law, that I don't actually have really good big containers to bring that we can do this one. So and I asked her, I said, do you have something that if I bring it over in these evil plastic containers, they're really anti-plastic. Can I bring it? And then you put it in the nice bowl. And so that's what we're doing. So I did wash my hands yesterday. Okay, let's just tell it like it is. I'm going to do it again And through the miracle, hold on. Television in video, I am going to just do it real fast. All right? Ow! Was there blood? Oh. No blood. Ooh. No, no blood. And there you have it. You have a bowl of pineapple slicettes. All right, so the pineapple is done. We're gonna set it there and we're gonna add and mix things. Now, let's continue with the honey-dew. We'll cut it down this way this time because that's just what you do when you're doing a video for honeydew cutting. You want to scoop out the things here. Alrighty. Give it a little warm up. Basically now what you want to do with your honeydew melon, you cut it again. You take the half and you cut it in half, which if my fractions serve, means you now have 2 quarters. Let's move this out of the way so we can get a better view. Whenever I get to an impasse while preparing food that I don't know what to do next, that helps me make my decision. I just stop. Then I just make a decision. And with honeydews, it's really difficult to do it wrong, and it is easy to do it right. It's not really a moral or ethical choice, it's just a preference choice, I like to say. So the easiest way I've found to do my dew is just start slicing away. Now, some of you in your childhood will remember how great Grandma Fletcher would get that little round scoopy things. I think I have one. Why am I not doing that? Well, we got measuring spoons. We got an ice cream scooper. That would be novel. Yeah, I don't have one because I'm a single retired male and I don't cook. So why would I ever have one of those? But remember how she did it, Grandma's Fletcher? She would scoop and make it a round ball and then toss it in. That was dreamy. As a child, I thought that was dreamy. Because you're thinking, wow, where did she learn to do that? And she probably just watched it on YouTube, I bet. But you do have to have how in the heck do you do this? You do have to have the tools, the right tools for the job. Well, this was definitely better than the way I started. I really don't want to cause injury. Don't you like that I have a garbage can? What has a lid on it? What anticipates my needs? That's the neatest thing. You can get those at Bed Bath & Beyond. Actually, there are those. That one, it really isn't an anticipator. It's foot activated, but you can actually get my son down in the San Francisco Bay Area. His mother-in-law has one that you just think, and it opens the lid up. I don't know how it works. Those Californians, they're always doing something bizarre. But anyway, so now you've done that, and I'm just gonna show you some more. All right, well, in real-time life, I just had a call that interrupted my videoing. It was a call from my manager, and he said that we are on track. It was encouraging news. We are at TPRQ on track to have 100 subscribers by the year 2038. So that was encouraging. 2038, what is that? Like a lot of years from now. I better have 100. Okay, anyway, but if you haven't subscribed, do so, because then I'll get to 100. And you will be kept up to date with food, fashion, and lifestyle entertainment. And aircraft noises. Anyway, while I was on the phone with my agent, I kind of finished off that last part of that half, or those 2 quarters of the honeydew, and guess what? I still have this whole half. It's a whole half to go, but I'm looking at the pineapple to honeydew ratio, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm not going to cut that up. I don't want it to overwhelm the dish. And in my opinion, honeydew is just kind of like a filler. I mean, it has basically no taste. It's mostly water, like watermelon, and it doesn't have any honey in it. And I don't know why they call it honeydew. Filler. It doesn't do anything. So, like I said, I don't want it to overwhelm. Plus, we still got the cantaloupe and the strawberries. Oh my goodness, I said these were California strawberries. I am so sorry. I was incorrect. You know, a lot of people say, oh, I lied. Do you find that interesting when they make a mistake? They go, oh no, I lied. No, you didn't lie. You were just mistaken. And how, people just say that in passing. It's almost a cliche. But you know, has it occurred to you that they're actually more comfortable admitting a lie than admitting they were wrong? Because admitting a lie means you did it with thought. You were thinking. But to admit you were wrong means you weren't thinking, you're an idiot, and you're probably in the single-digit IQs. So I'm going to come right out and say it. I was mistaken. I did not lie. These are from Mexico, a product of Mexico, not California. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not racist. Okay, now, let's continue on. Are we recording? Good thing we are. With our cantaloupe. And this is really similar to the honeydew in that it's a melon and you got to scrape things out of it. The other thing I was going to mention is the reason you could hear that aircraft on its landing vectors over my house is because I have that window open. I had that one open and it wasn't quite enough for the ventilation I require. I need ventilation because it's none of your business. Flatulence. I'll just say it. So I needed to open that window. So if you hear things that you don't want to hear, A, why are you on this channel? And 2, deal with it. All right. We divested the cantaloupe of its seeds. You know what? We need another container. Oh, coffee. All right, so let's go back into fast speed mode once again. This feels like a rhyme. All right, and we have this. Ah! Oh, holy heck in the handbasket. Oh, I'll rinse it off. All right, so we have cubed it. That's not really technically cubed. I'm just wondering, see, to me, in my mind, cantaloupe is better than honeydew. And so you need more cantaloupe than honeydew. So we're going to go ahead and use the whole cantaloupe. Just so you know. That's what the recipe calls for. People are talking outside my window now. It's not an airplane, it's people. Actual human beings talking. I'm trying to make a video. Dang. All right, fast mode again. So, kind of looks to me like the last thing we've got here is the strawberries. All right, this is going to be awesome because what I decided to do here is you kind of learn as you go along. I've now rinsed all of the strawberries because there's little holes in this little evil plastic container. And I've rinsed them, and now I will slice them and dice them without having to worry about salmonella, I hope. That would really put the kibosh on Easter. Because, you know, Easter is about new life, is it not? And so if people started dying after eating your Easter fruit ensemble, that would kind of ruin the feel, in my opinion. So you want to make sure that the salmonella, I think it's actually salmonella, but the L is silent. Those are possibilities in language. You can have silent letters, so just back off. Alrighty then, that's how you do strawberries the easy way. This evil plastic goes in the recycling. We're pretty much done. Now, presentation is everything, but unfortunately I can't show you anything about presentation because I'm not presenting it to you. This will be done mixed in. Maybe I'll bring my camera. I might bring my camera to my children's place and show you how you prepare presentation. But other than that, here you have your Easter fruit ensemble. We have our delicious piney apple underneath a bed of strawberries, or the bed of pineapple is where the strawberries lie. No, they lay. We can't elope because we're already married. Honeydew, the filler. I like to call it the filler because it is. It's a waste of fruit in my opinion, but you got to have it because then you wouldn't have a fruit ensemble. And then the cantaloupe on top. Are we done? No. We are not. But I would like to thank you for joining me, Jacques, in the TPRQ test kitchens, where it's always fun and you learn something new. Oh my gosh, this thing is so long. I'm gonna have to edit, whack things down for an eternity. This might not be published until next Easter because it's gonna take me a while to edit this out. I want it to be professional. Can I drink my coffee, please? And so anyway, do subscribe to my channel. Do give it a like. Even if you don't like it, just give it a like anyway. Just make it a habit because you need to follow directions. Thank you for joining me, Jacques. Happy Easter. And if you're watching this, it's already past Easter, so happy post-Easter.
This is TPRQ.